It was actually through some mates, some brothers, the Nunukul brothers, the Wakka boys, Raymond, Shay, Joshua and young brother Dennis. Well, they sent the word around to looking for any brothers interested in getting into the corroboree. So a group of us all got together, and then eventually they started Nunukul and I started Mununjali, yeah. With a couple of other Mununjali brothers, Kieran McGrady and Derek Blow. Our parents and grandparents weren't really into dancing and we wanted to dance, so it was a bit hard finding people with information though. And we asked around, we got a few names here and there, and that eventually led us to Auntie Isola. And the first ones were mainly just all fun dances that we put together. The main one that we really first put together under Mununjali was our catfish dance. And we put that together in honour of Auntie Edna Long, Nan's sister. We had a flying fox dance, which was Girran. We had catfish. We had a brolga dance. What was the other one? There was another one. We had a Mibbin, eagle dance. And what was the other main fella? There was one more main dancer we had. Platypus, and we had a crocodile dance as well. Yeah, crocodile was a pretty fun one. And that was funny, the crocodile, because when we put that together, everybody laughed at us. But we put that together on Auntie Isola's advice, because we said, crocodile? We're crocodile here. And she showed us the old photo. She said, so put a dance together about that. She said, we sort of said, well, what do you mean? We wasn't there. She said, no, we'll just think about their first reaction when they come across it. Crocodile for the first time in the Logan River, so that's what the dance is about, yeah. The mob getting scared of seeing crocodile first time. And for a crocodile to be up the river too, I guess, yeah. Eventually, big cousin heard that we was getting into the corroboree, Brother Graham Brady, and so we sort of threw a few words in, encouragement here and there, and helped us along and gave us some of the Kukuyalanji songs to sing until we got our own going. At the same time we was learning, a few brothers would come from up north, and I think there was one brother, I never actually met him, but they used to talk about him, and he was only a young fella, and his name was Magungun. They used to talk about him, but I never met him. And there was also another brother who's not with us no more, Graham Wilson. He was there with us too, in Inala, because the Walker boys, they lived a street behind me, yeah. We used to just ring up schools and offer the dances to the schools just to get practice in and sort of learn our feet and that. So we did a few shows for free and that, so that didn't really worry us because we was still learning and, yeah, didn't want to disrespect in that way. So our first one was Burley Heads, and that was at the Bora Ring. And then after that, we just slowly started getting work here and there. I think one of the first ones we did was NAIDOC at Musgrave. And I think it was the first year. So that was pretty nerve-wracking for some of the fellas. Yeah, especially the young fellas. Back then when we started, Brady put together a little, sort of like an unofficial committee of all the dance groups. And every couple of months we'd get together and we'd have a meeting somewhere. I think the first one Graham hosted down at Woodridge. And we didn't really have many more after that because they moved up to north, back up to Cairns, Garanda way, and yeah, that would have been good to keep going. with all the meetings, just like a couple of reps from each group come together and just talk about who's doing what and where. And the best thing about it back then, we all kept in contact. So if Graham was short, he'd ring me or Raymond. We'd send dancers over and we'd do vice versa. So we always kept in contact then. And we had, eventually it was Uncle Country, I think, was a rep for Wakka Wakka. Yeah. When Nunukul started, they started as straight Nunukul, and then they call themselves, what was it, Nunukul Kunjiel. And I don't know if they still dance under that. I'll probably find out today. But yeah, the main two first ones, like you said, would have been Mununjali and Nunukul, and both started from Inala. Yeah. If you put the song together, it's yours, but it's sort of a bit confusing because if, just say you're one mob and then you're doing dances belong to another mob, you don't know whether that's yours or not. So like, the main thing there is if everybody just stick to their own mob, do their own dances, everything be all right. But when it comes to ownership would mainly be to the people who put it together, but they've also got to leave it for everybody else to use under, as long as they do it respectfully and proper way, because a lot of the dances over the years, they get changed. And some of the stories you hear today about, like one story I heard down south, I think it was in Sydney, one mob was going in an army and they were calling it a dolphin dance. Yeah, so that created a bit of a ruckus there with a couple of the brothers that were there. Yeah, so ownership mainly belongs to the people who put it together, the dance group, and mainly the people in general. As long as they leave it for everybody else to use, but use it respectfully. Just sort of acknowledge where you got it from, what country it's from, who gave it to you, permission-wise. And as long as they do that respectfully and acknowledge, yeah, it should be okay too. Because the idea of that, most of us, like, when we first started like 20 years ago, our dream is like 50 years' time, our great-grandchildren and grandchildren that would know our dances and that, so that's why we do what we do, yeah, keep their identity going. When people do other people's dances, they sometimes do their version of it. So when they do their version of it, they'll change it just a bit. And so if they change that dance just a bit and then they teach it to someone else and they do the same, by the time it comes to like the fifth person, that dance is sort of nowhere near half to what it originally was. So yeah, that's why the main reason you got to keep them as they are. Yeah. You'll always get someone who thinks they got more law or more authority than anybody else, and they'll sort of, you can't do this and you can't do that. But that's not the way we really choose to conduct our clobbery and that. We like to share it and keep it for everybody else. And like if we see anybody that's like doing any wrong or anything like that, or not so much wrong but not doing it the right way, we won't growl at them. We'll take them under our wing and say, listen, you come with us and learn our way for a bit, and then that way you can go back home and you got a bit more knowledge, and that way if anybody questions you about the way you conduct yourself with the culture, you can just tell them, no, well, you go ask my teacher. So simple as that, yeah. I still, if I got any questions, I still ring Graham today, yeah. Like I said, we always keep in contact, so if anybody's got a question or a bit lost about something, I'll make a few phone calls and you'll eventually get your answer. So like, even if you're not too sure, you go to another place and you don't want to dance there, you just ask around, I suppose. You go see some of the elders, like, for instance, when me and Jason first went to Hervey Bay, we wasn't too sure whether it was right to dance there, but we went and seen one of the elders and she sort of gave us permission, told us, yeah, I know who your grandmother is. And you boys are right, this is your country too. To your grandmother, that's Butchulla, yeah. So you can get permission of any person can call themselves an elder, but my true belief is someone that's respected is an elder, not just anybody because of their age, yeah. So I've probably got no chance of ever being one.